Hey yo, E-King Fight News here, and Eddie Hearn has stated his case to not budge on that $12.5 million offer. He feels that that's more than fair for Deontay Wilder. So let's get right into it. This is what Eddie Hearn had to say on the Wilder negotiations and why he should take that money while it's on the table. E-King Fight News. All right, first things first, Eddie Hearn has recently been saying, you know what, Wilder, they haven't responded at all to this 12.5 offer at all. I mean, no counter offer has arrived, so we're still sort of waiting. That's according to Eddie Hearn. You know, whatever he says, you got to take it with a pound of salt, guys. I'll just tell you that straight up. But let's get right into it. This is what Eddie Hearn had to say. He's seen reports that it's a $100 million fight. No, it's not. It can get there if both guys are really built in. He thinks the fight is worth conservatively $40 to $50 million in show. If we talk about generated revenue, it's totally something different. You have pay-per-view companies who take splits of the pay-per-view. You have to pay for the arenas, the undercards, hotels, flights, doping. I assume that's drug testing. Everything. Let's call it $40 million to be safe. That's 12.5. What is what? 31 or 32% of the $40 million. That's more than fair. Hearn told boxing scene. He doesn't deserve more than that, in my opinion. And people say we gave Joseph Parker 33%. We didn't. And I don't know where that number came from. It came from Team Parker, guys. It came from Parker's manager. It came from Higgins. You know, that's where it came from. The offer to Deontay Wilder will be twice as what Joseph Parker made in the fight. Wilder has been offered 5 to 6 times his highest purse to fight Anthony Joshua. Joshua won't even make anywhere near double his highest purse. I feel that we're getting penalized and has done a shit job with Deontay Wilder. You have a guy who's making $2 to $2.5 million a fight, and people are like, he deserves $25 million. Why? On what basis? He has no profile. He can't sell 10K tickets when he fights in a great fight in America, and we have a guy who's making all this money, and he can continue to do so in risk-free fights. So what Eddie Hearn is talking about is risk-reward isn't there for a Deontay Wilder fight, so he's being very conservative. He wants to maximize. He obviously wants to maximize what he can make on this fight. More on this. People don't understand the simple economics and the reality of the situation. One guy is earning $2.5 million and the other is earning 10 times as much. Joshua has overpaid his opponents. Man, this is where Eddie Hearn starts talking about, oh man, we're overpaying all these guys. Why do I gotta overpay Deontay Wilder? Well, it's not about overpaying. You know, you want to say he overpaid Takam? What did Takam get? You know, these purses aren't being released, to my knowledge. What did Brazil get? Did he release that purse? What did Dillian White get? But he's saying he overpaid all these guys. He overpaid Parker. And we ain't doing that again. We're not going to overpay Deontay Wilder. You know what's funny? This is legitimately the biggest fight in Joshua's career. You know, he's going for undisputed. It's the final belt in the heavyweight picture. And he doesn't want to put enough money on the table to make it happen. You guys tell me. He doesn't want to put enough money on the table to make it happen for a Deontay Wilder showdown. And I mean, look at the headline. This is what Hearn. We won't let you play with our balls to overpay Wilder. We won't let you play with our balls. Man, that's Eddie Hearn for you. E-King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think. That's Eddie Hearn. He's staying firm on this 12.5. And Team Wilder so far have been hush-hush. So hopefully there is some negotiating going on. I mean, I think Eddie Hearn is trying his best to be realistic. But at the same time, if Eddie Hearn believes this is a $40 to $50 million fight, then why not just give him 30%? Why not just get... Wilder's under the impression he's getting 12.5%. That's what everyone's telling him. That's what he believes, because he believes this fight is going to do massive numbers. So just offer him 70-30 split all the way around. Give him that 30%. He believes he's going to take home anyways. And if the fight does less than that, he's going to make less. I mean, this is the thing with the percentage split. You sound if Wilder is making almost double what Joseph Parker made, then he's saying he doesn't want to overpay Wilder, but at the same time he's got 12.5 million. So, there's a lot of things to consider here when it comes to this fight. What's all this talk about overpaying fighters? I never heard Eddie Hearn talk about overpaying fighters until it came to this fight. And I don't think Wilder's being unreasonable, because he personally said he would take 10%. But this is what you got to do. If I knock out Anthony Joshua, you better be ready to take that 10% in a rematch. That's all he said. And I mean, why not just give him that offer and just say Anthony Joshua doesn't win? You flip the offer in a rematch. That's all he's asking for. I mean, that's more than reasonable in a situation where your fighter gets beat. If Joshua gets beat, is he suddenly the B-side? Is he? Absolutely. It's not like the fight's in the UK. If Wilder won, the rematch would be in the States. No one knows Joshua in the States. So, a lot of things to consider. I think Eddie Hearn needs to understand Wilder's a reasonable guy. He's not going to take the fight for pennies. But at the same time, I don't think Eddie Hearn's taking into consideration the market value of undisputed heavyweight championship fights. Look at Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, and made over $100 million, and we're not even talking about pounds. That's U.S. dollar, guys. That's U.S. dollar. So this fight, I think Eddie Hearn might be hiding this fact, but it can do well over $100 million. This is. I think that's conservative, but it's Eddie Hearn. And you know what? He can also raise his price on a Sky Sports pay-per-view because of the epic matchup that this is. But I don't know if Eddie Hearn wants to put that out there, but he obviously can, because it's the biggest fight in the division. It's the biggest fight in the division, guys. So, once again, we're waiting on this fight to happen. Hopefully it does. I don't care when it happens, as long as it's signed, as long as it can happen this year, I would be satisfied. Let me know what you guys think. E-King Fight News. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We have daily updates, daily debates, live fight coverage. Adrian Bronner, Jesse Vargas, Amir Khan, Phil LaGreco. We're covering everything, guys. E-King Fight News. I'll catch you on the next one.